Sevcik Opus 8. When I was young, I went to the National Youth Orchestra of Canada, and I asked the viola teacher, whose name was Stephen Kondax. I said, Mr. Kondax, I want to get real good at shifting. And he said, Sevcik Opus 8. He said, you do that for a month, and you'll feel like you can't miss. And he added, but you might go a little bit crazy. They can be a little bit mind-numbing. I pressed him further on Sevcik, but he did not want to talk any more about Sevcik. He wanted to talk about golf, a topic that I know very little about, but I faked it, so I wanted to impress him. Okay, Sevcik, starting with number 1, this is Opus 8. You should immediately sort of decipher what shift is being emphasized in each exercise. So, for example, on the D string in Sevcik Opus 8, number 1, it's this shift. First finger goes a half step, and then the second finger, to get you back down, goes a whole step. So it goes like this. I always release my first finger after it is done playing. It's way easier on the left hand. I would highly recommend you do this, especially if you're a viola player. Now, it's possible to keep your fingers down, but my hand is tight. Even though I'm not pressing, it's much tighter than it is now. It's like double tight, and I'm really trying not to press. There's no need to keep all your fingers down. I would highly recommend not doing that, in fact. Okay. Sevcik number 2. This has finger substitutions, which I love. I think they're a lot of fun. So if we go to the A string, the shift here is from 3 to a 2, and then from the 2 back to the 3. I'll give you another angle on finger substitutions. This is the wrong way. That failed so spectacularly because my fingers were flying all over the place. With the substitution, the finger to come, in this case the 2, should be right behind the 3. They're both soft, and it just simply takes its place. I don't move my thumb for finger substitutions, so the goal of a finger substitution is to sound like there's been no shift. I find vibrato helps mask the shift, and you keep the fingers extremely, extremely light. Finger substitutions, very, very, very handy. Sevcik number 3. I'll do this one on the C string. This is substitutions between 2 and 1. And then 3 and 4. So, free the 1. And then between the bars, you have to substitute your first finger for your second finger. Don't underestimate the challenge of what happens on the bar line in Sevcik Opus 8. It's frequently underestimated. Things get a little more challenging in number 4. Our shifts feel bigger. All right, let's take this one on the G string. So the shift is from the 1 to the 4, using the first finger as a guide note. And then back down. Your wrist is a soft thing. Away from the viola, it's soft. Nobody's wrist does this apart from the viola. If your wrist is hard, you're hardening it. It's soft. That's in its nature. It's soft and flexible. So don't approach the viola with hardness and then convince yourself to soften it. Just don't ever harden it in the first place. So Sevcik Opus 8, number 4. Free the 1. Always soft, always soft, always soft. By the way, I don't worry about the bowings or the rhythm so much when I first try to work out Sevcik. But I don't take too long before introducing 1 bow per bar, and the rhythm. But you can start off free bowing, working out the shifts. Number 5, the shifts are 3 to 3, and then back down. So that's a little tricky. Number 5, I would probably practice. I'd keep that 3rd finger down and then sort of baby step my way back to the F natural. Just to get the walking between the F natural, the 1, and then the B natural, the 4. It's a tricky interval. So take your time, take your time. Number 6, I'll do it on the A string. Where is that? There it is. It's a whole step shift with your 2nd finger. So we have a whole step on the way up, on this case, and a half step on the way down. Very, very light. This video's long enough. Do Sevcik every day, and you will feel like you can't miss.